If you're looking for a folding hard cover for that 2009 to 2018 Ram at home for the least amount of money possible, well then the Proven Ground Easy Fold option that we have here today might just be the one for you. The Proven Ground will combine very durable, puncture-resistant aluminum panels wrapped in a marine-grade black vinyl material, and will come in around that mid to high $400 price point, making this easily one of the most affordable of its kind in the category and by a pretty hefty margin. Install will also be extremely simple, guys, so figure a soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and maybe an hour at absolute most, but if you hang with me for a bit, we'll walk you through that job later in the video. So now that you know the benefits of going with a hard cover, what do you say we talk about what's going on here with the Proven Ground Easy Fold option? And again, the big appeal here, gang, will be the fact that this is by far and away the most affordable folding hard cover currently here on the site for both your short and standard box options. Now the hard panels of the Proven Ground option will be covered in a very burly marine grade vinyl material that is both fade and tear resistant and is pulled nice and taut against those panels for a very clean look. It's not baggy, it's not gonna flap around on you. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now the cover is going to ride on the 100% aluminum frame here, and that's gonna be very strong, but at the same time, very lightweight. And that's gonna come in handy anytime you need to flip this cover up and out of the way. Speaking of which, guys, this is a tri-fold option, so therefore anytime you do need to haul something large, you could always just release the latches closest to the tailgate, fold the cover up and secure it with the nylon straps and buckles included here. But if you do need to remove the entire cover, not a big deal. You just simply need to unscrew your latches after you release them, and at that point you can pull the cover off without the need for any tools, and you can do this in a matter of minutes. So I like the flexibility here with a tri-fold, including something like this where it's easy to remove it in a minute's notice if you really have to haul something big like a couch or something. Now just to give you a brief idea of how to operate your tonneau cover, very simple stuff. Go ahead and remove your pin, release your clip on both sides, and that will allow us to fold the cover back and out of the way. In order to fold your clip out of the way, you're just gonna simply insert the clip into this slot, push it towards the rear of the truck. Now we can secure it with our included strap and clip. Now to cover our bed back up, we're just gonna go ahead and release our clip and strap, start folding her down. Reinstall our clamps and our cotter pin. We're good to go. But without further ado, guys, now we want to show you a little bit more about the install. Again, this really isn't a difficult job at all. Anyone should be able to tackle this in the garage or driveway with relative ease. And to prove that to you, we're going to give you our detailed walkthrough and breakdown right now. Getting started here today with our tonneau cover install, guys. Very simple job. You don't even need any tools to get everything in place, but you do want to make sure that these clips are closest to the cab to get started. We want to lay the cover out first, make sure it's equally positioned on all 4 sides, and then we can get started with our clamps. So let's go. Okay, now that we're up in the bed, we're going to grab our cover, move it to the front rail here. Make sure everything looks nice and even there, and then we can just start folding it back. Now what you're looking for here, guys, before we hop down is just make sure we're equal on both sides. Just helps get everything lined up first. I'm gonna hop down, close the tailgate, make sure we're looking good on that side as well. See here, not too good, so we're gonna move that forward just a little bit. All right, I like where that's positioned, so now I'm gonna climb inside the bed again and get working on our clamps. All right, now that we're back in the bed, we're gonna gently fold this up as to not shift the cover, because we really like the position it's in now. Like so. And now we're gonna concentrate on our clamps underneath. Well guys, now that we're underneath the cover here, doing a little truck yoga, there are 3 positions that you can actually move the clamps to. I currently have it set in the middle one, and the big thing you wanna pay attention to here is your height adjustment. These are preset.
But as you can see, it's nowhere close to being where we need it to be right now. So what we're gonna do is just screw this up, basically get it to be a little bit shorter, and that should help grab the bed rail a lot better. All right, once you have it screwed up to where you think you're happy, go ahead and test fit it, lock it in place, and we're good to go. Now before I move over to the next side, the kit does include these cotter pins, basically to lock this clamp into place and not risking it to come loose while you're driving and then obviously losing your cover. So very important to make sure these guys are in place. Just insert it through the hole. All right, so we're moving over to our next side here, guys, and kind of remembering what we did on the other side, we're gonna screw this up a good bit and then test fit it, make sure it's nice and tight for us. Obviously, the tighter the better here. You don't want this thing flapping around on you, and you obviously don't want to lose it driving down the highway. Go, I'm happy with that. Repeat the process with our cotter pin.
With our front portion all wrapped up, now we're just simply gonna fold the cover down. 1 and 2, and we're gonna repeat that process here with these last 2 clamps. So now we're just gonna tighten this one up again, knowing what we know. Kind of get rid of all those threads. Pull it out, lock it on, push down. There we go. Cotter pin this one as well. And home stretch here, guys, our final clamp. Get it situated like so, screw it on up. There we go. Nice and tight on that side. And finish her off with the pin. Well, there you have it, guys. Again, pretty simple job. Don't even need any tools to get everything in place. Should be good to go in a few minutes of your time from start to finish. We hope you enjoyed this brief review and install of the Proven Ground Easy Fold hardcover, available for your 09 to 18 Ram at home. And keep in mind, for more cool products and videos like this, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.